Okay, welcome. I'm Tony Bosworth. We're going to talk about my book, The Astrakan's Feather. But the interesting thing is, and the main point of this is, we're going to talk about the AI version. And this will be interesting, I think, for a lot of reasons. So what I did was I've taken a slice of text from the book, okay? And we haven't got to that bit yet. Anyway, bear with me. Then what I did was I used ChatGPT and asked it to rewrite it in the style of Elmore Leonard. Now, if you don't know who Elmore Leonard is, he's departed from us now, unfortunately. Now, I'll tell you what ChatGPT said, but I'm going to read one short section from what I originally wrote. That's bad English, isn't it? And then I'm going to read you the ChatGPT, and then we'll talk about it, or at least I'll talk about it. So here you go. Okay, so the two characters here, there's another element to this as well I might get onto. The two characters here, Holly Dreyfus, who's a reporter on The Record, which is a local newspaper, and William Maguire. And he's her friend, and he runs the printing press at the newspaper office. Okay, so they're meeting in the morning at the cafe. This is my version, the original version. The bench outside the cafe bent as William Maguire sat down. Holly turned her head slightly. Holly definitely wasn't a morning person. Behind the small, round, noir lens sunglasses, her eyes squinted despite the seemingly impenetrable black tint. Sometimes she suspected she might have vampire blood. William wore a white Bonds t-shirt, old faded Levi's shorts and 1980s Adidas trainers, the white ones with blue stripes. His arm muscles rippled as he handed Holly the small flat white in the cardboard cup with mocha printed on the side in cream. William sipped his hot chocolate. He leaned back against the bench with closed eyes and let the sun warm his face. Holly smiled. The two of them, they couldn't be more different. She took a sip. It was probably why they got on. Okay, so that's my version. Let's see what ChatGPT did with it, right? In the style of Elmore Leonard. The bench creaked when William Maguire dropped onto it. Holly turned her head just enough to say she'd noticed. Still wore those black lens sunglasses like she was allergic to daylight. Probably was. Girl had the vibe of someone who didn't crawl out of bed until the sun gave up. William handed her the flat white cardboard cup, mocha stamped on the side in soft cream letters. His arm flexed as he did it. He didn't mean to show off, just happened that way. He leaned back, closed his eyes, let the sun do its thing, sipped his hot chocolate like it was a whiskey. All right, so those are the two versions. You can see, I don't know which one you'll like. First one, it's got a lot more description about William Maguire in it, right? The second one, that's been cut right down. It's been pared back. Now, here's what ChatGPT said, and then we'll get on to what this means. ChatGPT said, here's your scene rewritten in the style of Elmore Leonard. Elmore Leonard wrote all sorts of different thriller books, really. Yeah, really good, great stuff, you know. Leaner prose, clipped dialogue, and a stronger sense of understated tension. Leonard never wasted a line. So it's a machine, tightened the narrative, cut the fat, and let the characters speak more through action and tone than exposition. Check it out. Look, that's the thing. Elmore Leonard, exposition, that's when you explain things, right? And you go into detail like I did in version 1, the original, where I'm talking about what William wore because I want to paint a picture. What ChatGPT's done in this second one is cut that out, right? It's taken that and it's painted him, William Maguire, in a certain way. But there's some weird things about it, right? He sipped his hot chocolate like it was whiskey. What does that mean? What does it mean? What picture does that give to you? Does it really work? You know, I'm not convinced it does. But here's the point. Say you're somebody who wants to write a book. You've got the plot. You've got some characters. You can see where this is going, right? Instead of sitting down for hours and hours and days and weeks and sometimes years writing a book and going over it, you will undoubtedly be able to put that into a chat GPT system. And by the way, other systems are out there now as well, where you can do the same thing. My son actually put this same bit of copy in 3 different AI systems, and we got slightly different results. So that's the way it's going. What's going to happen, right? It means people who can't write, first of all, we'll be able to, if they can come up with a plot, they can put it in. No doubt eventually the AI is going to suggest plot changes to make it more realistic or make it work, okay? The big question is, so eventually you'll be able to put your whole book in and say, write the book. That's what's going to happen. That is what's going to happen. So what's going to happen to all these people who make a living out of writing books? Well, they would still be able to write books, but the chat GPT in this case will be doing it pretty much for them, right? Is that right? Is it ethical? Some people would say, if I can get a book published and I can sell the book and I don't have to spend years sitting there writing it, rewriting it, going over it, and then still making mistakes, because that always happens, right? Then I will do it through chat GPT or whatever. But it just shows where it's heading, doesn't it, right? People will put their books. I'm going to give it a try when I can. We're already here. My son is trying to build a system where we can put the whole book in and see what happens, right? But let me give you an interesting one from work. I interviewed this person. Her first name's Emily, right? I interviewed her with asynchronous video, where you ask them questions, and on the video, they get a video through a link, they answer the questions, it comes back, and then I make a story out of it. I've explained that previously in some of how AI is working these days, right? I asked it to write 300-word article based on the transcript. That was Emily talking, right? It did it, and it did it quick, and the story was good. I've mentioned this before. But she was referred to as Sarah. Sarah said, her name's not Sarah, her name is Emily. I had to check it. I thought, what the hell? And I don't know why it's picked Sarah. But it's because Emily never says in there, oh, it's Emily here. She just talks, right? Because it's part of the video that I've pulled out to make a story. So there are issues. There are still issues. No two ways about it. Anyway, see what you think. It's interesting, right? I'll be interested in what people think about this kind of style. I actually do like it written in the Elmore Leonard style, but is it still my story? It is. Is it my writing? Not really, or it's based on my writing. Anyway, that'll do, and I'm going to get back into Astrakhan's Feather properly, and we'll do a recap as well in the next video and carry that story on, because I love that story. And I don't think we'll have Elmore writing anymore at the moment. Thank you for watching.